All right. Patricia here, Senior Pastor of Christ Leadership Church. Oh, you've caught me off guard here. I'll be with you. Yes. Pastor Patricia, Senior Pastor of Christ Leadership Church here, yet nothing new that comes out of my mouth. It's just always delivered differently. And as always, in fact, let me say, if you've been with me, if you've been with me since the beginning of the year, you know that I'm on a series. The series will end at the end of March, and then another series will start. And that the series that I'm talking to you, the theme or series, I don't know what you'd call it, it is. It's all to do with our aspirations, where we want to be at the end of 2017. In fact, and it's so true. Oftentimes we start out with an intention to do something, and we go off course, and not intentionally, but we tend to give up. And as I'm talking to you, I talk to the guys in my house, as well as in my home, and I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up. And really, I say that, not only do I not want you to give up, I want to sow seeds in your spirit that will help you to run the race and to continue on. Nothing of any value comes easily. And that isn't to say that the journey must be difficult, but the journey must be sustained. We must continue. We must strive. And as January, February, that's what I've been talking to us about. And the thing is, I take my own medicine, and so as I'm speaking to you, I speak to myself, and I do what I say. Last week, we looked. We're still on. In fact, let me just say with this week, I want to look at a passage of scripture here. Very simple. Very simple. Just to show you that it's the little things that count. The little things that count. The little things that count. No child leaves the mother's womb, steps out of the womb, and starts walking. There's a period, whether it be the crawling, the walking, or the attempting to walk, and the falling down. But no child ever fell down and said, I'm going to stay down. No child ever said, well, I tried once and I'm not going to try again. In fact, no child ever says that this is impossible. A child doesn't, that word isn't in a baby's, all right, a baby can't talk, but you understand me. A baby doesn't understand the word impossible. The baby can't conceive the fact that I can't walk yet. I'm never going to be, it doesn't conceive that I'm never going to be able to walk. No, the baby says that somehow, some way, I'm going to walk. And in our 2017, I want us to, this is the time of planning. As I said to you at the beginning, this January, February, March. This is, yes, the weather's changed, and it's a little bit warmer and it's lighter. And those are symbols that will either make us continue or make us give up. And my voice here today is to tell you, don't give up. This is the start of the game. This is the start. January, February, March is all about planning and preparation for what we want to achieve. It may look, I mean, we can't remember what happened in Christmas. It's now gone that far away. But we're only 3 months into the year. We haven't gone, as much as Christmas seems so very far away, there's still such a long, long way to the end of 2017. We don't have to quit. It's not too late. It'll only be too late December 2017. Look at this. Scripture time. I'm going to behave today. Proverbs 4, verse 7 says this. I've written it here, but I'll get it because I might want to refer to a few things here as well. Proverbs 4, verse 7 says this. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom. What is it that you want to achieve in life? What is it? And I say life because maybe that's the wrong word. What is it that you are aspiring to achieve within the constraints of these where we are 12 months, 8 months now? What is it that you want to achieve? We are sitting here. Where do you want to sit in December, metaphorically speaking? What is it that you need to do that will get you to that place? Is it a skill that you need to learn? Is it a language that you want to learn? Is it an addition of the things, of the gifts that are already in you? Wisdom, knowledge, experience, good judgment. All these added together as the quality of being wise. Knowledge. Do you have enough information? Are you experienced? You know, when you look, let me use some of these guys here. Esther, simple young girl. She didn't have what it took. She wasn't brought up in the palace. She wasn't brought up in opulence. She wasn't brought up in wealth. She was a young girl that was, to all intents and purposes, she was a barren young girl. A slave girl, orphan, didn't have much going for her. But it was wisdom that took her it was wisdom that transported her into the queen. When I say transported, I don't mean like she just got up and got there, but it was the wisdom of God in her that made her call the fast. And I don't want to labor the story, but what I want to show you is that the little that you have, increase it. It's not, and I keep saying this, but nothing worthwhile comes easily. Jamaica, we say, if you want good, your nose has to run. Don't give up. When Nehemiah was going to build the wall, he came up amongst so much opposition. But he had the opposition was less than the goal. Look, and okay, I'll come back to Esther because they're two different paradigms, okay? But they ultimately get the same. They get better than where they were. Nehemiah had people telling lies on him, people fighting him, people stealing from him. Nehemiah had reason to quit. And you see, hear me, January, February, March, we haven't done anything yet. We are in preparation mode. We are in planning mode. So you can't fail. You're nowhere. I say you can't fail. You're not in the position to fail because you haven't done anything yet. All I'm talking to you for these 2 months, now the 3rd month, we haven't done anything. We're just acquiring. We're just gathering. I used the analogy last week or a little while ago of a mother that's a pregnant lady that's about to give birth. They say in the latter part of the pregnancy, she becomes a little bit of a fuss pot, and she wants to clean and she wants to do this and she wants to make preparations for the baby. We're not different